Can I hear it? Can you hear me, Kelsey? I guess not.
Hi.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. That worked a lot easier than I thought it would, to be honest with
Not too bad.
you. Anticipating one of these, download this and start up a browser for that and all kinds of stuff. So,
Yeah.
a lot better. Awesome. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, busy like everybody else.
Yeah, busy day.
It's my Friday, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then it's like you want to wrap everything up, and that's not even possible. So,
Yeah, that's
you do the best you can, though, you know. Here we are. Whew. Wow. So do you want to cover anything before we get started, or do you have any questions or anything? I don't want to make sure I'm recording. It says it's recording.
Please request. Okay, when I click record, it says, please request record permission from the host.
Oh, it should be. Okay. It says pause recording or stop recording, so I think I am recording.
Oh, okay.
I hope so.
And then I guess at the end, we'll be able to.
I'll be able to. Let me do a sample right now, if you don't mind. It'll make me feel better and probably make you feel better too. If I just do a pause and then see if we can watch it, and then it makes sense.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so now recording again.
Okay.
Cool. That's nice just to test it out.
Yeah.
Cool. So do you want to cover anything first, Kelsey? Or are you just ready to?
I don't think I had anything. I needed to print my planning document super quick.
Okay. Yeah, I went ahead and printed out a copy of the negotiation contract too, because I didn't have that last time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I had a hard time with it. I'll just upload it and scan it and share it with you if you want it. And then
Okay.
You don't have to do two of them. I mean, smarter, not harder. So.
Works for me.
And I'm literally just finishing this in my office. So I got the scanner sitting right here. I'll just
nice.
forward it to both of us whenever we're done with it. It'll be perfect. This is TexOil. And you're buying, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Just double check.
Yep.
I never had an issue. I love it. Cool. Okay, so without no further ado, you want me just to go ahead and do you mind if I open?
Sure, that works.
Personally, I'm working on opening. I really prefer countering. So if you see something for some feedback, help me out.
Okay.
Just a little, thing there. So, based on my situation, we've had, I don't know, was it my wife or my partner? It's 2020. We'll call it, significant other. So we've been doing this for 12 years with you guys. We've had a great relationship, but we're just kind of getting to a point in our life to where we're hitting an age to where it might be time for us to decide if this is what we want to do for the rest of our life or if it's not what we want to do for the rest of our life. And spending 12 years on it, with due respect, we've never been in a better spot to be profitable at this location because we just expand. I mean, the port's expanding. They're going to 24 hours a day. They weren't doing that before. So there's a whole nother shift that we haven't even had available. So that's like another third of the revenue that's not even there right now. It's just kind of, it's benefited us. I mean, we've spent the time and I think that's kind of there. And, but what we're wanting to do is look at our best options. So like I was saying, we've spent 12 years with it. We've gotten pretty good at it, but we also want to explore and see what else we want to do because, mid-50s is just the time we're going to look at it. So we are looking at the opportunity to just leave and kind of just make it a clean sale, which I think if we were looking at an opportunity to explore, if we were going to sell it, we'd probably just get out of the business with all due respect. We probably wouldn't want to be a, partner or some kind of ownership in the future. I just don't see that being the type of relationship we're really looking for. We kind of want to travel. I mean, just putting it all out on the table. I think that my negotiation style has always been just to be as transparent as possible, just so that I try to, I don't want it to ever come off as like just doing it to build trust, but it really is just, it's easier for me to just tell the truth the whole time. So I think that, we want to look at our best options, but seeing that right now what we're making every year, I mean, this is just in the public documents. I mean, we're making about $75,000 a year. That's not, generational money by any means. So this might be an opportunity that, as a business, if we have an opportunity to see the port grow, and there's an opportunity to grow, and we just don't necessarily want to do that with the company, but we want to make sure that we're going to get, rewarded for our 12 years as well. But I also don't want to do a deal with somebody that we don't know. I mean, we've built a relationship with our regular customers, selling TexOil, and we have such a good relationship with them. We don't want to see these things go to waste. And I mean, just, you don't want to see 12 years of your life come back, in a couple of years after traveling, and then see it just, kind of embarrassing. So, we really feel like we want to do business with you guys on that. And that's why I bring that up, is that over 12 years, we know that. And obviously the product, TexOil, is incredibly popular here. And there's a limited number of, petroleum or, fuel stations here. So we think that, this might be the time to just look at options. So whenever, my partner and I, we came together, and we believe that a fair number, with the potential revenue and the startup cost considered for what it would cost potentially for you guys to join our market, considering the time and the investment, and possibly some lost revenue just by us cannibalizing ourselves a little bit, because we're going to be selling the exact same oil. We think a fair price would be about $1.25 million. And then we would just turn over the land, and you would start getting to make money immediately on it, as well as you recover all that startup time where you can start selling right away.
All right. I see what you're saying. It makes sense that you're, looking to get the best deal. I see how you want it to go to a good company. You want to make sure it's looked after. However, we've been doing this a lot. We have a lot of stations. We're a popular company, and we put our market numbers together. And for us to purchase land and build a new station in your guys' area, we think we could do that and start it up, all new state-of-the-art equipment, brand new, everything, environmental regulations met, everything good to go for, that wouldn't cost us any more than $675,000. So, that's brand new. That's new workers. That's also we want to add a mini mart for 24 hours. We think that'll bring in a lot of revenue for us. That's not something that you guys have at the moment. So, we could build what you guys have, plus add this mini mart, plus staff it for 24 hours, and we could stay at 675. Therefore, since we can do that, what we were looking to offer and what our preference would be is actually $380,000. And I know that sounds probably extremely low. However, you guys do have some older equipment. Some of the environmental regulations haven't been met. There is no mini mart. Just to invest in the mini mart, we think would be around $100,000. I realize there's also, there's no other sale locations in the area. You guys are just one of 3 places. But we are on a 5-year plan, so we're not, some other things could still pop up. We're not looking to execute this immediately. We're not in a dire situation.
Oh yeah, and that's exactly where we're at too. And with due respect, for $100,000, we could build our own mini mart. And if we're in the 300s neighborhood, with all due respect, that I understand what you're saying, to start it up costing about $650, but have you also taken in the opportunity cost for how long would that take for you guys to do it according to your estimate?
I don't know if we actually have estimates on that. We know we could have it done within the 5 years, though, that our goal is to have it up and ready by.
But my point, Kelsey, you're very smart. You already know this. That's 5 years of revenue you just lost.
Right.
I mean, I make $75,000 a year take home profit. So if you take $75,000 a year times 5 years, that's 400. What is that? 450,000? No, let me do this right. 150. Is it 45? It's over $250,000. What I'm saying though. So if you're going to miss out on 5 years of 24-hour service, and then you're also going to open this up in the backyard of one of your sales, so you're going to take our sales, which we're going to start buying less oil from you, and then, you know, with due respect, we take bids from all kinds of other companies. And I was just talking to BP earlier before, and you guys throwing out there in the 380s, they've already offered me more than that right now. So, I mean, for BP wants to get into the market apparently a little sooner than 5 years. And I don't think that your offer's, disrespectful. I think that it's an opening offer for a company with many, many locations that doesn't necessarily see the immediate opportunity, I don't think. But you guys are very smart, so I'm not going to try to necessarily, go there. But I think a 5-year plan, why would you wait? Like, I mean, if you guys can make money sooner, I mean, what would be your very best offer? I mean, 380 is an opening number, but I mean, 1.25 is a very high number for me. I don't know if 380 is a low number for you, but I do have some room to be, exploring options. But I mean, you guys' number right now is not even meeting my next best offer that I already have. That could close sooner.
I mean, we'd have a little bit of space, not much, as we're given from our, we're given a number from our accounting team and what's going to be worth it and what's not going to be worth it. I mean, we'd be willing to go to 400 to 405, but much more than that. We think, we're not in a rush. We're making profits elsewhere. We have a good thing going, so we can wait on this.
No, I agree with you guys. I mean, this is something too is, I mean, my initial impression right now, just like I always like to be transparent, candid, is I don't think we're going to have a deal today. I mean, you guys have a deal I don't think that is disrespectful. I mean, BP didn't offer me $800,000. So, I mean, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to hold another offer over your head or anything. I'm trying to just be as, transparent without being, can't be irresponsible either. So, I mean, but I think you guys are in a point to where building state of the art and everything else is 650,000. Well, I mean, we're up to regulation according to the paperwork that I've seen so far. Now, I may have misunderstood that, but we're not up to the future regulations, but we are currently able to collect money right now. Like, we're making money today. So I think that there are probably investments that would be needed, but with, my partner and I looking around at other options for us to pursue that for you guys, I mean, if we're not going to come up, I mean, I don't want to waste time. I want to be as thorough as I can for the sake of the exercise, but we're not even hitting the first digit right for my reservation price. And the reason I have for that is I'm not going to work 12 years to build a company to leave in debt. I just can't do it. Mm-hmm. There's just absolutely no way that I can possibly leave this for an opportunity that doesn't, pursue itself. Now, what I would ask is, would there be an opportunity to where we could be partners moving forward, to where the original deal that I wanted to come here to do, honestly, Kelsey, was to sell you the keys to the house, but for a lot better price than I think what you guys are willing to do. And I think that that's okay. But I still believe in you guys' company. We are TexOil partners for the past 12 years. And there's nothing from this day that's going to change it for the next 12 years, in my opinion, because we've had such success together that we want to enhance TexOil's presence at the Los Angeles port. Now, is there any type of alternative agreement, not to be too technical on the term, but would there be an opportunity to where we could be managers of something that you guys might do as a partnership, to where we would still be profit partners, but you guys would help us get everything to the state of the art? You have obviously a lot more working capital to build that mini mart so that we can get it done sooner, so that we might be able to enhance the store that we have, as well as give you guys a presence sooner than 5 years. But again, we're also kind of building on y'all's expertise. My partner and I, we're working way too many hours, and it's just not, it's a quality of life situation. So if there's a way that we could structure ourselves as a partnership within TexOil, would there be anything there possibly, or is that something that you guys just want to own your own properties and you don't do partnership?
I mean, so we definitely want to own it. We would consider you guys still managing the property, but in that case, you would be still under us. We would have full ownership. We would have the full rights to it. But if you're worried about the $75,000 income suddenly going away, maybe we could make some type of deal there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an exercise. I mean, I don't want to get, no disrespect, Kelsey, but you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
I just wanted to build a situation, and not to cut you off, sorry, but I don't want to. But I just wanted to build it to where maybe over that 5 years, we could get to that purchase price of what you guys would spend $675 over 5 years to develop your own. Maybe there would be a way that if we were working today and making money today, that I could turn away, that minus the cost of the renovations, which would be another $100,000, that would bring us down to $575,000, which is you guys' startup cost plus minus the $100,000 for the renovation for the mini mart for us. So would there be any way that we could maintain, you guys own the property, but make payments to my partner and I while we still work there on a day-to-day, to where we get to, let's say, $500,000, $100,000 a year while we still work there. And then at the end of the 5 years, you guys were open the whole time. At the end of it, you have a state of the art because you upgraded our current mart, but we keep the difference on what it saved you guys. Does that make sense?
So we'd be paying you $100,000 over 5 years, and then
500,000 at the end of 5 years.
mm-hmm.
So we would get to $500,000 for it over 5 years, but you would immediately own the property and start taking home the major profits from being open 24 hours a day, adding the mini mart. It's going to be a lot more than $75,000 a year, because we weren't open. The port wasn't even open 24 hours. We didn't have a ready mart. We weren't state of the art. So all the investments you guys are going to do is going to lead to immediate returns, but we're already making money today. So you're going to have all the money to pay for it. You're going to make the money to pay for this just in the revenue that you're going to get from the whole deal. But this way I get a better deal. And at the end of that 5 years, I'm still going to have a chance to maybe leave the business and still be partners with you guys.
So at the end of the 5 years, what are you asking that we would still owe you?
Nothing.
So just
5 years, you paid off.
So just 100,000 per year, and then we own it at the end of now and at the end of the 5 years, I guess.
Yeah, in perpetuity. You own it today, and you keep it the whole time. All you have to do is hit your $100,000 payment at the end of the year, which you're going to make more than that just in the profits off of the increases, and you're going to see the money coming in today instead of waiting. Even if you started today to build a $675,000 state-of-the-art station, you're not going to make the money right away. So you're still going to have to go out and do the work, which you're going to do the work anyway, but you can do the work with money coming in.
Yeah, that works for us.
Wonderful. Any advice?
No, it was good.
Spend someone else's money, Kelsey.
Yeah.
It's real easy to do that. But so I'm gonna go ahead and fill it out so I don't before we move on to the feedback portion.
Okay.
Reach an agreement. Wonderful. Yes. 5 times $100,000 over 5 years. Cool. Yeah, because my like at the end of the day, my reservation price was going to be like 650,000. I was like, there's no way
Yeah.
I'm going to even be able to get to a sale price. So I'm like, well, I still want to be partners and I still want to get the hell out of this 20 hours a day business. Trust me, I work in hospitality. But I felt like that was a pretty fair deal. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how do you feel? I felt like we kind of worked through that one pretty well. I don't, not to toot our own horns too hard.
Yeah, my reservation price was 500. Basically, I was sent there from like the CEO, and he said you can spend no more than $500,000.
Yeah.
No matter what. So.
I mean, even well, and I mean, I made that my reservation. They said the break even after they gave us our Part B was 488. Was break even with a boat and all this stuff. So they wanted to cruise the world. I was like, well, you're gonna need a better job than owning a gas station. So,
Yeah.
sorry, maybe a different one, but that was not gonna happen. So that was just to cover the debts was 488. So I had a reservation price I set for 650 because I was like, I'm not gonna spend 12 years of this and walk away at break even.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I don't know. I felt like we both just wanted to find a deal in a good way, and I think that that's kind of having that 12 years relationship. I think means a lot, and I think that keeping it going forward, but knowing that I'm going to walk away being able to tell my partner that bad news, but good news, and I think that's a fair deal. I think that personally, that's how when I'm a manager, I always tell people as long as everybody's a little bit upset, it was a pretty good deal. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, that's not really necessarily what you want to hear as an employee or a staff member, but it's the way I try to go. I was like, that way everybody got a little bit and everybody get a little bit. But I think it was great. And then if it's okay, Kelsey, I'll just scan this and send it to you. And then if you just want to type or add on to it, because I
Okay.
just put the deal, like, I don't know if you can really see it too well.
Yeah.
Not like just what the roles were and then what the terms were. So
Okay.
you just have to fill out the bottom half. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Sorry, I'll scan it, send it to you.
Yeah.
It's really hard. I'm sorry. Kind of a joke. But let me see. Hit pause. You ready for me to pause or end the recording?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.